Hey guys, I'm Island Turtle. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is the weekly intuitive astrology reading for February 27th to March 6th. God, March, we're almost there. It's crazy. So crazy. Keep in mind the way that this works. I go over the astrology of the week. I give you my 2 cents on it. I go ahead and I pull cards and do collective message channeling. And then I go ahead and I focus on the elements, okay? And these should be time stamped, by the way. So if you just want to skip the astrology portion, if astrology is not for you, by all means, go ahead and skip it, okay? So I'm just not gonna hesitate, but I just remembered timestamps. I'm actually very proud of myself. I actually remembered it this time. Yeah, okay, glad I did. Hold on a second, guys, hold on. You'd think after all the times I've done this, I'd finally get it, so, okay. Astrology portion, I'll just start it at 1 minute. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in here. So a lot of you guys have probably been feeling this karmic clearing that's been happening. It feels a little bit like Judgment Day energy. Some people, it's really like the hammer of karma judgment is coming down. A lot of towers right now. Excuse me, 222 really kicked that off. And it's been interesting to see how that's been manifesting in people's lives, my own included, but also like my friends and people I know, people around me. There's definitely awakenings happening around people. There's just crazy unexpected events happening that are really putting people where they really need to be. It's also some rude wake-up calls though too for people who really haven't been listening to their own intuition, haven't been following their hearts, haven't been following their souls. It's a lot going on right now. And because there's also a lot of energy moving through and there is like a lot of like purification going on here energetically. Some people might be feeling really sick. Some people might be getting headaches, fevers. Some people might be getting vertigo, me included. That was not fun last night, just have to say. This could be coming by way of so many different facets. So just be aware that that's just the time we're in. Things are picking up steam. Now I've been talking about this for a long time, that March and April were going to be a time where like things were going to move fast. I did not anticipate that that would even start in February. And if it's any indication of how fast things are going to move, think of where we're at now. It's just going to speed up. It's just going to speed up, especially once we hit mid-March and then the Mars post-shadow retrograde phase is over. And then as we get close to April, and actually before even April hits, like Saturn's going to move into Pisces. That's happening on the full moon Virgo on March 7th. That's a big deal. Also on that day, Pluto is still going to be at Capricorn 29 degrees. Those are going to be really strong. And they're also really strong this week. Like Saturn and Pluto, they're both at that like critical degree point, 29 degrees. I'm going to talk about it. It's no joke. What else do we have going on? And then between March and April, Pluto is also going to touch Aquarius. It's going to touch it, and it's going to retrograde in and out of Capricorn and Aquarius for a bit until November 2024, and then it'll finally cement into Aquarius, and it'll stay there for 20 years. Yeah, very long time. Pluto's going to be there for quite a bit, all right? And then in July, actually, sorry, I forgot. And then in April, we also have eclipses again. We got eclipse season right on our tail. That is no coincidence. It's interesting because it's actually going to be in Aries. It's not going to be in Taurus. This is in Tropic, by the way. But the nodes won't switch until July. There's something going on there, and like I might get more downloads about it. But just know that right now, in this present moment, we're clearing karmic energy. Okay? We are being purified, and it is by fire, and it will also be by water. So just roll with it as much as you can. If you experience towers, just say yes. All right? Just say yes. Just accept the towers and flow with it as best you can. These towers are coming by way of, like I said, rewards, but also wake-up calls. If you haven't been following your soul and your heart, you're going to see how you haven't, and this is a time where you can adapt. If you have been, you are being put into the correct position. Or even like, so for some of you, it's like blessing in disguise. So just keep in mind that's what's going on. But diving into the astrology, Aries is by far I don't know why I want to say like winning horse this week. It's like weird to say that. We have a lot of celestial bodies in Aries. We also have Pisces energy. Virgo Taurus is also working with Pisces and really interesting clearing of karmic energies. I'm going to get all into this, but this is going to be an amazing week. So while there's karmic clearing and that can be intense, Venus is conjunct Jupiter in Aries this week. Venus and Jupiter also working very closely with Chiron in a conjunction. They're all kind of right on top of each other. Um, Pallas Athena and Vesta are two asteroids that are also in Aries and also will be working with Chiron, Jupiter, and Venus. So let me say that one more time. Venus conjunct Jupiter, one of the luckiest aspects we could ever have in astrology. Conjunction or sextile between Venus and Jupiter are considered the most lucky aspects. And then those are working with Chiron. And then it kind of gets interesting as you throw Pallas Athena and Vesta in the mix. So how is this going to go? Since Venus and Jupiter are working with Chiron, that luck, that optimism, that support, it's giving a lot of confidence because it's also in Aries when it comes to relationships, love, romance, anything that we're creating, anything that we're also getting into with finances. Now, also keep in mind this can be lead into indulgence and distraction. So it can go either way, even though they're in conjunctions. And I also say that because Chiron is in the mix. So while this is beautiful energy where it's bringing acceptance, optimism, confidence, big picture thinking, like really expanded awareness too with everything that we're facing. When it comes to our wounds and our insecurities around taking action, asserting ourselves, making things happen, it's really helping us to find healing there. There's also going to be a lot of healing to be found within relationships, and it could get very sexy and flirty too, because it is an Aries. So don't be surprised if you get a little hot under the collar this week, all right? Now, Pallas Athena and Vesta. Pallas Athena is in Cancer. Now, here's also another interesting twist on it. Pallas Athena being in Cancer is actually square Venus, Jupiter, and Chiron, but it's also trine the Sun in Pisces. The Sun is kind of a saving grace here as it's working with Pallas Athena off of all the squares with all that Aries energy. Pallas Athena being in Cancer, it's that feminine, matriarchal, compassionate, empathic warrior energy. It's also that energy of wanting to balance things out by way of feminine energy, by way of compassion, by way of empathy, by way of emotional healing. Now, because it's square, Venus, Jupiter, and Chiron all in Aries, there's some rage going on. And that's part of the karmic clearing. That's part of the purging. All right. So even though we started feeling it this last week, it will continue. But this is really to let go. And this really is to heal. So don't be surprised if like you had a bout of like rage or emotional upheavals. And then you found a little bit of a breath. And then you get another little roller coaster. Don't be surprised if that happens that way. But the Sun being in Pisces, trine Pallas Athena in Cancer, it's bringing a nice little assist of really wanting to prioritize letting go. The Sun is part of like ego energy. It's also part of like our own little desires and where our kind of internal focus is. And having it be on Pisces is like, hey, I want to let you go. I want to have forgiveness, acceptance. I don't need conflict. I don't need suffering. Like just finding peace and acceptance and all of those things. So again, it's like you might get another wave of it, but it's leading to a lot of really beautiful healing. And again, this is going to really affect relationships because Venus is in the center of all of this, okay? And again, also really emphasizing like any sort of injustice around emotions, like emotional injustice towards any kind of feminine roles, energy, that sort of deal. Like, you know how that goes. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. Now, the way Vesta is working with this is a really great support. Vesta is in Aries, and Vesta is conjunct Jupiter, conjunct Chiron, and also conjunct Venus. It's going to be conjunct Venus like only partway through the week, and same with Pallas Athena being square Venus only partway through the week. Practicing personal passions, empowerment, prioritizing independence is also key to really getting that beautiful healing and letting go window of opportunity, okay? Now let's get a little bit more into, before we get into Orcus, let me talk about Mercury and Saturn. So Mercury's conjunct Saturn this week, strongest on the 2nd of March. The 2nd of March is going to be a day. So on the 2nd of March, excuse me. I don't know how I hurt my gum, but I hurt my gum. And it's been healing the last couple days. And it still hurts. Anyway, Mercury is exactly conjunct Saturn on the 2nd. Venus is also exactly conjunct Jupiter on the 2nd. Also exactly conjunct Chiron on the 2nd as well. Pallas Athena is also exactly trine the sun on the second. A lot going on the second. A lot of peaking of these really pivotal energies. So just keep in mind, the second is going to be a big day of healing and letting go and communication galore, because we do have Mercury conjunct Saturn in Aquarius at 29 degrees at that critical point. All right, so when we have Mercury working with Saturn, especially in an air energy like Aquarius, it's really beautiful, especially because Aquarius is naturally ruled by Saturn as well. But big ideas, focused discipline, focused planning, organization. There's authoritative communication and also plans of commitment, of wanting to follow through on things. There's a deepening happening this week too amongst relationships. That's also part of this healing 1044 when I looked up. I only call it out because, like, for me personally, that's been a big synchronicity, and I know I'm probably not the only one. This is also about authentic, truthful communication. It's like, this is a time where, yes, we're clearing, and yes, there's beautiful things happening in relationships. We're seeing a lot of truth, and we're also being liberated in the process. And there's a really nice, yummy acceptance, forgiveness that Pisces is also gifting us. But then you throw Saturn in the mix, and it's like, in Aquarius, no less. And it's like, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready to commit to whatever my authentic life is, whatever my authentic relationships are, all those things. I am freaking ready, and there's no turning back. And this is all coming after this major karmic clearing. So it's just a really beautiful period of time. Now, that being said, Orcus. I've really been loving Orcus. Orcus is a dwarf planet. It's very similar to Pluto. It's like baby Pluto, you can call it that. It's much more focused on providing justice for injustices than Pluto is. Pluto's like, it facilitates growth and change and transformation. Orcus kind of does. Like, Orcus is more about the healing component and karmic justice. It's got a little more like the Libra component to Scorpio. But Orcus has been trying Uranus for a while, and that's also what's been bringing in changes and like unexpected things. That's been having like this karmic clearing sort of effect, if you will. Now, later in the week, towards the end of the week, and really, really strong, like on like Sunday, basically, the sun in Pisces is going to be sextile Uranus and opposing Orcus. Uranus is at the center of this. The opposition between Orcus and the sun is interesting because it creates this tension of, so that's interesting. They just gave me choice. Choice? Some of you might be given choices with tower moments. Honestly, it feels like initiation and test. That's kind of what it feels like. That's interesting. But Uranus being at the center, causing all this change, being sextile the sun, gives an excitement to it. It almost makes it easier to accept any towers that are happening at this time that are clearing karma, or bringing, again, judgment day kind of feeling, or here's a reward for doing all your work sort of feeling. There's an interesting polarity happening there, because it's like I can feel these two very separate groups experiencing that. That's it. They keep saying choice. That's interesting. We'll see how that comes out in the cards and channeling. But just know the sextile Uranus, there's an excitement about it too. Again, making it easier to accept. And then with Jupiter working so closely with Venus and Chiron, that's also bringing more acceptance to things that are happening right now. So it's going to be a very empowering week. It's going to be a very fiery week. It's also going to be kind of a sexy week. And a lot of shit's going down this week too. A lot of changes. Your life could change day to day this week, especially when we hit towards the end and we get close to the full moon Virgo. Yeah. When on full moon Virgo, Saturn shifts into Pisces and will officially be done with Aquarius. Oh, we're gonna feel a shift. Do not be surprised if full moon Virgo also comes with really unexpected clarity, towers, gifts, all that sort of deal. Because anytime a planet shifts into a sign, it leaves something behind, specifically with Jupiter and Saturn. Like, we really see that with Jupiter and Saturn, because like, this is just my observation of it. I call them like the intermediate planets. It's like we have our generational planets like Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, and then we have like our everyday planets like Mercury, Venus, Mars, like that affect us on the daily, affect generations. And Jupiter and Saturn are right in between, where they do affect us every day, but they have long-term effects on us. They're kind of amazing that way. Anyway, talk forever about that. The last thing I want to mention, Juno. Juno's in Aries, late degrees though, and is square Pluto in Capricorn and sextile Saturn in Aquarius. Now, Pluto and Saturn, like I said, towards the end of the week, they're both at 29 degrees. And on the 7th, Saturn moves into Pisces, right? But having them so close like that and having them be in Capricorn and Aquarius, they're neighbors. So they're bridging together while they're both working with Juno. So, and what I was getting with this, I was actually mostly channeling of what I was getting, that this is also part of a liberation energy and living authentically. There's power dynamics being highlighted here, finding your own power within any circumstances where you're challenged within power dynamics and not putting up with the bullshit anymore. Especially if it's like being thrown in your face, like really not dealing with it. There's also commitment coming up here too, and commitment kept like being a theme like as a channeling as I was writing my notes, and I was like, okay, so there's like this really strong liberation independent energy, but there's also like being asked, like what's being asked of us too is like, where are you really going to commit yourself to, and are you really ready to really like level up in what that means to be committed to relationships, projects, yourself, your truth, authenticity? Are you ready to be in that place where you need to stand up and not back down? Because that's also part of it too. Because there are some people where there are opportunities being given that can lead to great things and even abundance, but that comes with responsibility because you're ready to live in that level of authenticity, specifically for my light workers, right? Well, you guys have been on the front lines. You guys have been doing a lot of work. Hold on. Put this on Do Not Disturb. That was weird. Okay. Anyway, sorry. And if you take these opportunities that require you to live completely in your truth, like confidently there, you got to maintain that. And believe me, the matrix, this physical reality, all this shit, it's going to get more chaotic. There's going to be more like fear mongering and a lot more illusions and bullshit being thrown out there, trying to see how we're going to react to it, trying to see how you're going to react to it, right? So it's really important to understand that and like just maintain that. But I have confidence that all of you will who need to. Now, as far as how this Now, as far as where to look in your charts for how this could be affecting you, Aries is the biggest one, man. Again, we have, oh, what did I write Palestina? Palestina's in Cancer. I don't know if I said Palestina's in Aries. It's in Cancer. I wrote it, I don't know why I wrote it like that. Anyway, Venus, well, it's really like being engulfed by Aries, so maybe that's why I wrote it like that. Venus, Chiron, Jupiter, and Vesta are all in Aries. I would actually look I would say 10 to 20 degrees actually. It's a pretty big range and we got a lot going on there. Juno's also in Aries, but it's really late degrees and it is working with Taurus, which is the next neighbor. So I'd actually focus more on Taurus for that. But yeah, so Venus, Chiron, Jupiter, Vesta in Aries, 10 to 20 degrees. Aries, 10 to 20 degrees. Look into your houses for where that is. That's where a lot of this is going down, okay? A lot of this is going down. And this is also, again, where we're going to get luck, optimism, a lot of healing via relationships, liberation via relationships, and even some sexual energy too. Some sexual healing can take place here as well. Don't get distracted though. Like that's something that's coming up with that, with Venus, Jupiter energy. Don't get distracted. Pisces, 10 to 15 degrees is supporting this as well. It's like bringing in that acceptance, letting go, forgiveness, compassion, all of that stuff. Now, the Orcus karmic clearing and justice energy that's circulating around Virgo and Taurus, Pisces is helping, I would say 10 to 15 degrees. So you notice Pisces 10 to 15 degrees is kind of mingling in a couple different energies here. It's helping all this like Aries, Venus, Jupiter, Chiron energy, but it's also helping Orcus and Uranus as well. You don't have to look at all these signs. I'm just giving you the information of how you can look at your chart to see what parts of your life are affected here, right? But specifically Taurus, 10 to 15 degrees, if you're going to prioritize any signs, Taurus 10 to 15 degrees, that's where Uranus is going to be playing. And you can expect towers. You can expect a lot of changes there, no doubt. And it's probably going to tie into your karmic clearing. I'm also hearing paving the way. Commitment Commitment, commitment, commitment. It's interesting because I also feel there's like an inability almost like to hold back truth. There might be confessions. We can kind of like Knight of Swords energy, but it's people almost like divulging like what they really want to invest in, whether they do it or they don't. Because it feels almost like truth that's been stuffed down and it's like, like it just like comes out because like everyone's gonna feel the pressure anytime Saturn and especially another planet like Pluto are in that last 29 degree, the pressure is really intense. Things get real dense, real heavy, real quick. And since Saturn is working with Mercury, this is about spewing out the freaking truth. Truth is going to be revealed this week, and it's going to continue. That's totally going to continue for a while. Even Pluto being in that last 29 degree as well in Capricorn, truth is going to be kind of inescapable. People might be telling on themselves and like not really understanding why, but it's all in the name of truth. But yeah, again, they keep they keep saying commitment in relation to that as well. But I would really focus on Aquarius with that. Late degrees, so 25, 29 degrees Aquarius is where truth is coming out. And also where we can see where our focus is, what we want to be committed to as well when it comes to our own truth and authenticity and personal freedom. And Capricorn's assisting 25 to 29 degrees. Okay. Uh-oh. Speaking of truth. Whoa. We're gonna do the collective read. If I can catch my breath. Isis is calling me, so I'm rolling with it. No, I just dropped a bunch of cards. Okay. Oh. It's interesting that she's calling me. Oh, timestamp. Okay. It's interesting she's calling me for this collective reading. I mean, I know I've been working a little bit more closely with Egyptian Pantheon the last few days, so there might be something about that collectively as well. Oh, excuse me. I usually use this for advice, not like a spread for oracle. But let's do it. Oh, I love when this happens. Is there one or there's two? There's two. We got little sneak messages in here. I wonder how long that's been waiting. Interesting. It's funny because I almost used Big Bertha. For those who don't know Big Bertha, it's a combination deck that I have with Starseed Oracle and Angels and Ancestors. This is Angels and Ancestors, excuse me. Shaman Burps. So we got some secret messages in there with this deck. So let's see what they are. Ooh, Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. That's the Chiron energy. That's the Pallas Athena Cancer energy. That's the clear the karma, clear the karma, clear the karma. And then Hunter, track down your fears and desires. Fear is huge here too. You know, collectively we were experiencing that, like this, like needing to unmask our fears. And I think we've done a lot of work in that arena, but with Chiron being so active like that, we can understand some of our deeper, more irrational fears that are passed down through ancestry, that are passed down through past lives. Because we're also doing a lot of timeline work as well. So a lot of that going on too. And it's interesting because like while fear is a factor, I feel way more the desire component. When this card comes out, I feel one or the other usually. I'm feeling the desires are stronger than the fears. Like if you have like a little, like, I don't know what you call that. The word tandem is coming up. I don't think that's right. Anyway, think of like a scale, right? No, it's like this, not a scale. I mean, I guess it's the same concept. Like, you know, like the little, there's a word for it. When you go to parks and like kids like get on one end and then it's like you like, you know, teeter totter, teeter totter, teeter totter, right? It's like working through all these fears and doing all this karmic clearing and all these things and breaking away from ancestral patterns, all the stuff, all the past life shit too. It's like, oh, the desires can actually come to the surface now. They're not stifled anymore. You're not avoiding them anymore. They get to come out and play. So perfect. This is coming out with what we're dealing with this week. Coming back to the Isis deck, any messages or insights from the collective regarding this week? Feeling that fire, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Sekhmet comes out or Temple of Carnelian comes out. Is there a Sekhmet card? Actually, I think it is the Carnelian card. I think the Temple of Carnelian is the Sekhmet card. Any messages or insights for the collective this week? Liberate, liberate, liberate. Because, you know, sorry, I gotta stop. Because this is also really important to say too. This liberation, while it's like, it's always enjoyable to be liberated and to be more free and be more you, it's more, there's other reasons why it's important. Because if you are liberated and you really embrace your desires, your passions, the things that you're good at, the things that make you feel alive, you're embracing your blueprint. Actually, I think that was the message of last week, if I'm not mistaken. And if you embrace your blueprint, you fulfill the role you were designed to fulfill. And that's the thing, you don't have to try to like be that. You are that. It's just about owning that and like letting that be, right? That's the beauty of all of this. And if you do that, you're helping the collective. Even if your role is like, I don't know, making jewelry. What if your role is to be an artist? What if your role is to be a teacher? What if your role is to make community gardens? Whatever it is, it's something that brings you passion. It makes you feel alive. It brings you joy. It brings you fulfillment. And if you do step into that and you own that, then you're doing all you can for the collective and the whole grand design of things, right? And we need that. We need everyone to do that. If everyone did that, we'd be a well-functioning consciousness. It'd be amazing. Yeah. I'm just sitting with that for a minute. You following your heart and your soul and your passions and your own fulfillment, like that's what the world needs. I know how that sounds, and maybe you don't think of yourself as that significant, but nobody is insignificant. Nobody is. Anyway, any messages or insights for the collective this week? That's the illusion. Sorry, these are crazy downloads. I'm also doing this at night, and I've been finding myself working more at night unintentionally, but it is what it is. That's the illusion. That's the joke. That's the lie that you're insignificant in the grand design. Everybody is significant. And it's funny because I feel like I just hurt someone's ego. Like maybe this is just like something embedded in the consciousness, because it's something about it feels very distorted. It was almost like a reaction of, that's just a way of saying nobody is significant. No, everybody is significant. Everybody has an effect on the collective consciousness. Everybody has an effect on society in some way, shape, or form. Just because you don't see everybody's specific effect doesn't mean that it's not happening, right? Anyway, any messages or insights for the collective for this week? Any messages or insights for the collective this week? Let's see. I'm hearing friendship. Oh, power of 7 scorpions. Power to conjure low vibrational energies. This is watch your words. We're also manifesting very quickly right now. what you think. I almost want to say be more mindful of your thoughts more than your words, but be mindful of both. This is basically just saying you co-create with your mind, you co-create with your words. What you say is what you create. You write spells with your words and your mind, basically. And to be mindful of that. This also speaks of understanding how to use that to also get rid of things too, to also banish certain things that you don't really want in your reality or that can be harmful. But you got to be really careful, right? You got to be really careful in what you say, what you think. Am I taking these? No. Okay. Any other messages or insights for the collective this week? There's also relating to self-limiting beliefs is also what they're telling me. How we tell ourselves we can't or whatever. Sorry, it's an illusion because we can. We can. We're creators. We can do anything. We're creators. Claim that power. Claim that power back. I keep hearing friendship, 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 friendship. Some of you guys are going to burn some bridges, but burning bridges that you need to burn. But also finding surprises. Interesting. Surprises, a deepening of authenticity, deepening of bonds as well, where it's really about friendship. No matter what kind of relationships we're talking about, whether they're family, romantic, or work, friendship is really that key component of connecting human to human. Thank you. Sorry. Because that's what it's always been about. When you get into the realm of like romance, or you get into the realm of family, or you get into the realm of like work, it's like those start, oh God, this is such a huge message. Like, how do I want to say this properly? Those start to become constructs of it's not, well, it kind of is programming. Those are human constructs. We are all family. We're all friends. We're all connected because we're all one, right? To move a relationship into romance, it's like, it's not that it's not real. It's very real. It's part of the human experience. But it's like there's so many constructs and programming that we have that take the human to human connection, which is just in its basic form is friendship, right? Equals, there you are, here I am. We have interchanges. I go off, do my thing, you go off, do your thing. Like, that is friendship, and that is also interdependence, right? When you have it in a healthy form anyway, that's the basis of all relationships. But then you put these constructs of romance, this construct of business, the construct of family, and then it comes with these expectations and obligations, and then it takes that basic human to human, you are you, I am me, and then it distorts it. It's always about friendship. No matter what, it's always about friendship first and foremost. Ooh. Just sitting with that. I feel like that needs to be a video in and of itself. There's a lot of messages coming in tonight. So building that, focusing on that with the right people this week as well, and then burning bridges where it's just like, and it's not one. I don't know. They're saying don't say that. Sorry, like don't say it like that. It's clearing. It's clearing. It's clearing for the relationships where you can be you, I can be me, we can exist in the way that we can just be. Prioritizing those relationships. They said thank you for saying it that way. It's like, okay. Any other messages or insights for the collective this week? Maybe I should always work with this deck for collective messages. Also 7. Sorry, the 7 is jumping out at me. 7's a huge number right now. Huge number. We're in a year of 7, but also I just keep seeing it coming up in the collective so much. Even in my own reality, I actually it's funny because I made bracelets. It's a whole story I don't need to tell you about. But anyway, I didn't even realize I did this in the numbers of 7. It wasn't even a conscious thought. I just did it intuitively. So it's like, I don't know if you guys can see, but like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Why does it feel like binary? Anyway, and even yeah, even with this one, look. God, sorry, it's like so hard to see. So you see this? 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. All right, 7. Anyway, 7, it's important. Truths unveiled, the revelation of Isis. This is clarity coming through by shadow, by things that are painful, because there is Set here, which is the god of war, the evil villain of the pantheon. Not of Isis, energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. This is a braiding. I love it. This is a braiding. This is a merging with spirit, merging with higher dimensional versions of yourself that you haven't braided with yet, that you haven't woven in and merged with and united yet within your consciousness. But that's because we're also doing the clearing, right? As the clearing is happening, we're able to move into that next level, and it's also really showing us even more clarity than we didn't have access to before. Also, any blockages you've been having with your own personal growth as well. Yeah, the fear versus desire is what they said. The fear versus desire. Let's keep going. Also, there's a clarity coming into of how important you are as a component in the effect it has on your reality. I feel like I did a video on that recently. Yeah, how much you really do impact what you are experiencing in your own reality by your own mind and your own thoughts. Your own mind, your own thoughts, your own words is what I meant to say. Any other messages or insights for the collective this week? Oh, some people got major gifts coming online. Overall, we have the rising sun, the divine solar child reborn. Beautiful. And then we have Queen of Heaven, blessing from the divine empress of the skies. This is like a big yes card. Also divine sisterhood that speaks of community and tribe is a role in this too. And we talked about how relationships play a huge role this week. But yeah, this is like a rebirth energy. And I just keep, it's like, this card is like a huge yes card. It's like spirit. It's kind of like Judgment upright, where it's a big thumbs up from spirit, a big yes from spirit, a big like, you're getting it, you're getting it, you're getting it. Oh, sorry, my gums. It's really just this one spot. Again, I don't know how it happened. I think my coffee was too hot or something. Which really hurts. That was beautiful. Yeah, this is rebirth. This is coming into power, new beginnings, all of that. And it's a huge support and yes and blessing from spirit. Awesome. All right. Am I pulling more cards for the collective message? I feel like it's pretty clear. I really want to get into the elements. I'm feeling very eager. Who's going first? Fire, water, air, or earth? Air. I'm really feeling air. Air? Okay. Okay. All right, air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, starting with what we always start with, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, because it just feels right. Any messages or insights for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for the week. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's funny because it's like they're showing me red and then pink, and there's like this fiery energy to it, and there's like a really soft, like higher heart chakra energy to it. Air signs, I really feel strongly that you guys might be the ones to word vomit. Word vomit your truth. But it's a beautiful experience. It's a beautiful expression though, because it's like there's something so passionate about it, like really speaking from the core of your soul, from the core of like your soul or your sacral, your root. But it's just covered in love. It's just dripping with love. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, air signs. Any messages or insights from my air signs? Oh, I just caught a glimpse of the otter. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, you got something to say. Or someone's got something to say to you. Keep in mind, this can be reversed, especially for my cross watchers. I was like, oh, the moon. Catching the moon. Moon might be significant to you. You might have an affinity towards the moon. the feminine. Yeah, let's clear that throat. Let's clear that throat, air signs. Any messages or insights for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, there's a healing happening here too. Yeah, we got snake. This is this is tapping into untapped potential. It also speaks of Kundalini energy, awakenings, all those things. Also speaks of cycles, but this is more of just like a powerhouse energy. Very, very I love it. You're kind of bursting with energy here, air signs. That's what I'm getting with it. You're bursting with energy, but it's from within. It's like it's divine energy. So like it's electric. It's also very sexual in nature too. Yeah, it feels very sacral oriented. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of healing with you, air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh, they're so sweet. So air signs. It's funny, I don't know why this is dawning on you now, but maybe it's just a reflection, or maybe there's a tower that caused you to realize this. Again, truths unveiled. You realize someone's been healing you, someone in your life, someone in your vicinity, and I do feel like it's probably a friend, but it could be a romantic person or a work, family, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Insert here. It's a person. It's a person. It's a human being in your life. Realizing that they've been healing you, and there's like suddenly like it's really interesting. It's like suddenly like things are clicking, or it's like suddenly you're seeing something that was just right in front of your face the whole time of like what this person actually means to you, how grateful you are for this person being in your life. It's really beautiful because it kind of goes from like, again, not seeing it just like mundane everyday, like this is life, and I feel like some kind of tower happens, like something triggers this clarity to flood in, where it's almost like you're really looking at this person, like you're really, really looking at them, and you're really, really reflecting, and you're like, oh shit, they mean a lot to me. They mean a lot to me, or they've done a lot for me, or they've really helped me heal, or they've really soothed me, or they like it's just really hitting you how important someone actually is. And someone could be having this realization about you. Any other messages or insights for my air signs? Gemini, yeah, it's like realizing how close to your heart this person actually is. Again, I feel like it's coming by way of a tower or some sort of catalytic moment where you are forced to kind of look at it, examine it. Any messages or insights for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We got the hawk. Interesting. So when hawk comes out in this deck specifically, it speaks of spirit being really close, of spirit keeping an eye on things and trying to guide you a certain direction here. This feels like a tower. It does. It feels like a tower or a catalyst, or like a jolt of an awakening, or even a download. It could even be just a download for somebody who's coming by way of your dreams. But spirit wants you to see this. Spirit wants you to see this truth. Looking at this person helps you to see something about yourself that you've been in denial about. It's almost like that's why this person has been around, or that's why this person's involved with you. It was to get you to this point. It was to get you to see this thing about you, this truth about you. It's helping you to heal and to clear. Phoenix rising, root chakra. I'm feeling all warm and fuzzy. It's like warm and fuzzies are like flooding my body. Let's see. Any other messages or insights for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Cobra. Cobra can be a teacher energy. It's also a like stay still and wait energy. But again, the snakes are really standing out here. You could have an affinity for snakes, but snakes are about creation, initiation, transformation, very sexual energy in nature too. feel like your guides are on your ass, air signs. That's what this feels like to me. Like your guides are so close to you, your spirit team is right on you, and they've been trying to get you to a certain point. And I do feel like a certain person was involved in this process for you, and it's only dawning on you once you get initiated into this truth by way of a dream, a download, or a tower moment that's like more forcing you to look at this. Like, have you learned? Do you get it now? Do you see this, air signs? Do you see this about yourself? Do you see this about this person? This person's been teaching you about you. Feels like a mirror. Definitely feels like a mirror. And it's like it's unlocking all those like very just like gratitude, loving feelings. It's really beautiful. Any other messages or insights for air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If we get the swan. Oh. You're gonna see in a second. You know, someone told me I'm dramatic or I exaggerate. I don't know if I agree with that. I'm just really in it. I'm just really in it with you guys. And I'm sensitive and I feel energies very intensely. It's kind of hard to not like, you know, because I'm also just excited for you guys when this kind of stuff is going on. Anyway, if any of you caught my live, if you haven't caught my live, or I talk about manta rays and 222, go check it out because look what just came out. It's definitely some collective energy going on here. This is a totem of, it's almost like a spirit totem, like a guiding spirit animal right now for the collective. It's about spiritual strength and resilience. It's also about tempering emotions as well. There's a very strong divine masculine energy behind this as well, and it's just beautiful. It's primordial. It's ancient wisdom, right? It's getting into this like very, very core gooey center of our souls and living from that truth with strength and resilience. It's very Piscean too. I got the chills and like the chakras all lit up. So however this is manifesting for you in the details, I keep getting pulled to like ascensions, awakenings. I don't like the word ascension, transcension. Awakenings, activations, upgrades, mirroring relationships to get you to see your own power, to get you to see who you've always been. Have you learned? Have you learned? Have you learned? Do you see it yet? Wow. Whoever this person is, air signs, they were sent to you. However long they've been in your life doesn't matter, but they were sent to you for this. Overall, we have Buffalo. Tower. The Buffalo is the tower in this deck, in my opinion anyway. It speaks of through times of change or chaos, we move through with ease and grace. And also truth. They're saying truth as well. And the Buffalo speaks of a positive omen of good things to come from this. Underneath that, we have Elk. I love that Elk is here. Elk is basically the divine masculine energy in this deck. It's the divine masculine principle. Elk is also what we've been chasing for like the whole time that North Node's been in Taurus. We've been learning how to have that level of integrity, being grounded, being practical, really showing up, the regality of that. This is like the ultimate parent, partner sort of energy. It's the person that people look to for that kind of reliability and protection. We're all learning to embody the King of Pentacles right now. And I'm just going to point it out because it's important. Dragonflies underneath that. Perception, and also it's very strong third eye energy as well, like that kind of psychic sight. Some of you guys might have a third eye activation going on here, but you're seeing this about yourself. You're seeing your own power. And again, it's like spirit led you to this person or sent this person into your life so you can see this. It's like you can be untapped here. Wow. All right. Let's pull some tarot cards. I feel like I got really sucked into that. For my air signs, which one do I want to use? I actually want to use the Light Seers Tarot for my air signs. Check your progress charts. I don't know. They just said that to me. Check your progress charts. Any messages or insights from my air signs regarding the spread? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Just got a glimpse of the King of Cups. I would equate this to like King of Cups, King of Swords, like a combination of the two. Any messages or insights from my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's see here. Beautiful. Three of Wands and the Six of Swords. This is a lot of forward movement coming in here, and it's like, and also finding an optimism as well with being able to find peace of mind and just like really leaving things behind that really don't serve you. Leaving old versions of yourself behind and old ways of thinking behind with the Six of Swords being upright. So this is nice. Very optimistic. Very optimistic. Nice. We got the Knight of Wands. A lot of movement here, air signs. A lot of movement, and also movement with passion, with fire. Awesome. Really feeling that with the snake, especially with the Knight of Wands. Really feeling that with the snake. It's like, again, that sacral energy coming alive, right? To take action. Any other messages or insights from my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Wheel of Fortune, luck, divine timing, a little bit of divine intervention. And like I said, I was feeling a tower. This is like a positive tower because it's change in a direction that is really beneficial to you. And I'm also feeling that on the Truths Unveiled. Because again, with this change, with this progression forward, potential tower moment, it is divinely guided, it is divine timing, and it's giving you this clarity as well. Any other messages or insights from my air signs? Gemini, Libra. Oh my God, the Star, are you kidding me? Air signs, the Wheel of Fortune and the Star. This is enlightenment. This is directly connected and also influenced, divinely intervened, right, by spirit. There's also healing here. It's opening up your mind, your consciousness. It's beautiful. That's beautiful. Again, I'm getting that weaving, that like merging with like higher dimensional versions of yourself. Really weaving with spirit. I keep getting pulled to this like this person of inspiration. This person, they really inspired you, but they were meant to. They were supposed to. They light your fire. They light your fire, air signs. Any other messages or insights from my air signs? Interesting. Why is that there? Any other messages or insights from my air signs? Air signs. Six of Wands in reverse. Do not convince yourself otherwise. Remember the first card that came out in the collective message. The power of your mind, the power of thoughts, the power of words. The truth is really being unveiled to you, okay? Don't fall into this feeling of I can't, or I'm a failure, or can't be seen, like can't be successful, can't, like it's just a I can't energy. It's also a feeling of loss, not being recognized. I just feel like it's the monkey mind. Don't feed it. Don't feed it. Overall, we have Seven of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. It's part of that Six of Wands in reverse energy. It's like, again, it's the power of your mind. It's the power of words. It's the power of thought. The more you think you can't, the more you'll be confused and the more you won't. That Six of Pentacles, it's like that's reciprocal give and take. It's also having a feeling of like people will show up, or reciprocity, generosity. I don't know why you don't feel like this can be part of your path, but it is. You're freaking powerful, air signs, and this is about realizing that, understanding that. This also came out with the Cobra too, came on top of the Cobra. And again, I feel this like message from Spirit of, have you learned? Have you gotten it yet? Have you gotten it yet? That you co-create your reality. You are the creator of it. And it can be the star. It can be the Wheel of Fortune. It can be woven with Spirit. It can be healing. It can be liberating. It can be all these things. Or it can be a confusing mess. But it's up to you, and it's about the power of your mind and the power of your thoughts and the power of your words. Yeah. Because then we have Hangman in reverse. You're getting it. Hangman in reverse with the Six of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is insecurity. This is a pattern with the Six of Cups in reverse, a pattern of insecurity, a pattern of self-doubt. No more. No more, air signs. Just no more. Just no more. Not allowed. Just not allowed. Let's go ahead and pull an advice card for you guys. Oh, wait, are we doing advice? I don't think you guys need advice. I'm going to skip advice. Because there's so much that I got to get to in this reading, and it's also really late. Sorry. Actually, okay, no, I lied. Hold on a second. Oh. We'll do the 4 agreements. I haven't done this one in a bit. Oh, I don't know if I did it upside down or not. The 4 agreements. We'll pull a card from here. Can I get a card for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Spirit wants you to be free, air signs. They want you to be free. And again, I keep feeling like they're trying to get you to see something about a person in your life that's like it's like they've been a mirror. They've been a mirror of some sort, or they've been there to get you to see this about yourself, how you impact your reality. For some of you, this person activated you, or is currently activating you. For those guys who are new wavers, is like what I want to say. Can I get a card for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Can I get a card for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You guys got 2. Don't take anything personally. Embrace your freedom. Don't take anything personally. Embrace your freedom. You gain a huge amount of freedom when you take nothing personally. No spell can affect you regardless of how strong it may be. And if you live without fear, if you love, you will be happy with your life. Don't make assumptions. Say goodbye to sadness and drama. All the sadness and drama you have lived in your life was rooted in making assumptions and taking things personally. The whole world of control between humans is based on that. Take a moment and consider this. It's within your control of belief. That's what it comes down to. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Alrighty. Oh, excuse me, guys. All right. Who's next? Fire, water, or earth? Fire. You're calling me? Your energy feels kind of strange. Hold on a second. Aries, Leo, Sag. You guys feel tense. That's what it is. You feel tense. You feel kind of feel angsty. Ew, I don't like it. Some of this is like sexual frustration. You feel angsty. It's like, and kind of angry, like 5 of Wands energy. It's 5 of Wands energy, but it's like not being expressed. It's making me cringe a little. I don't like it. Keep in mind this could be someone around you, doesn't have to be you, but that's what I'm picking up on. Aries, Leo, Sag for the week. Any messages for Aries? Any messages or insights for Aries, Leo, Sag? Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah, angsty, irritated. Some of you guys feel really pulled in different directions. It's like you're trying to listen. It's all in this, and I'm not words. Sorry, words. I don't have a lot of fire in my chart. I don't function like a fire sign, and so it's like I'm wondering if this is just how fire signs function. It's like taking action is like so vital for you. And you don't know what action to take. It's like you're trying to work with your fire, and for whatever reason, it's making you angsty, and it's almost causing you to like not be able to take action. Why is that? Aries, Leo, Sag. Any messages or insights for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Any messages or insights for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Angsty, angsty, angsty. It's almost like teenage energy too. It's interesting. The bear. Are you antsy to get out? Are you antsy to get outside? The bear is not what I expected because I feel Five of Wands. That's what I feel with you. I feel Five of Wands, Knight of Wands, kind of angsty teenager sexual energy. That's what I feel. The bear is not what I feel with you. The bear comes out when when we're in a period of recovery and we are thinking of coming out of it. It's also a stamina energy, a resilience energy, and a protective energy as well. We love the bear. We love the bear. You could be coming out of hermit mode or not sure if you should. Again, I just keep getting Five of Wands, like you're fighting yourself or something. I don't know why that just came to me. Are you hitting yourself? Stop hitting yourself. I don't know, that just came to me. Maybe some of you guys, there's like some child energy around you, but you're in Five of Wands. I feel it. So some of you guys could be in like a hermit mode and debating if you should come out of that. It's weird because I'm also getting a repression of like truth maybe. Like really holding yourself. Oh, that's what it is. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. The bear energy is here because you're using a lot of strength to hold yourself back on something. Some of you guys are pissed off at somebody because it's also coming out with this, with the mind, the thoughts, the power of words, right? The power of spells. And you're in Five of Wands energy and you're trying to resist. Sometimes the bear is associated with Ten of Wands because it's about that level of strength and stamina, right? You're exerting a lot of energy right now of just holding back, restraining yourself. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Look what came out in reverse. Nightingale. Yeah, you're holding yourself back from saying something or acting on something. Acting on your instincts, acting on your desires. Why are you holding back so much? You're trying so hard not to say something, but you want to say it. I'm almost tempted to say, just say it, just to get out of this energy. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. Don't tell me those are all the cards. Mouse, angsty. Mouse is very like nervous, anxious energy. It's like, it's kind of like shadowy Virgo. It's kind of like neurotic energy. You're not saying something because you're scared, but I feel like it's turning into anger really quick. Fire signs, Jesus. I'm looking at the overall. So you got this angsty mouse energy, and underneath that, look at this. I feel like the dragonflies come out with sea serpent a lot in the last few weeks, like just like this. There's something here that is like that you want to speak on, you want to act on, your soul like wants you to do it, but you're like, no. You're like, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. It's like you think it's the best to not, but sea serpent, that's sacral. It's coming from deep within your desires to say, to do. And I can feel it. It's creating the Five of Wands. It's creating even Nine of Swords for some of you. Underneath that, we have Lion with the Octopus and Panther. You're like wanting to burst. And the octopus is like a devil energy, but you're doing it to yourself. Lion is the mastery of fire. So it's like, and I think this is like why you're also struggling here. And you could even potentially just be Leo. This could potentially be for Leos, but anyway, not necessarily. But your fire signs, you are the lion, right? And it's like, and I think, you know, potentially for some of you, you can think that there's a timing to this, because sometimes this card speaks of that, but you are holding back so hard and you're like, oh, I gotta say it. I gotta say it. Underneath that, cosmic egg, otter, and rabbit. Rabbit is fear. Cosmic egg is like it's actually a crown chakra energy. It's a sense of like divinity and maturity in the spiritual sense. And otter is unconditional love. Whatever this is that you want to say or you want to do, it's coming from your heart. It's coming from your soul, and you're trying really hard to hold back. You're gonna make yourself crazy. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. You're gonna make yourself insane. With the owl and the dragonfly, you recognize something. And it could even be just psychically you recognize something, intuitively you recognize something, and that's why you want to say it. Or maybe that's why you think you shouldn't say it, because you think you're perceiving something. This is coming down to what you think you're seeing. And you're using that as justification to not. Yeah, what you think you're seeing. But your soul and your heart are saying do it, and you're like, no. I think you think you're, and this is like where it's getting tricky, because it's all perception, right? So perception can be valid or it can be an illusion. It's perception. Your perception is saying no. Your perception is saying hold back. But your heart and soul are like, do it. And it's just making you like, duh. Some of you, people around you or a person can see that you're like ready to bust. You might just really want to just say it. Okay, just saying. All right, let's go ahead and pull some cards for you. For my fire signs, I'm gonna do the Rider-Waite. Ooh, I guess I'm not. The deck exploded. I wish I caught that on camera. And look, Devil in Reverse is what like really flashed out. I literally picked it up and it just like flew out of my hands and exploded everywhere, and I lost cards on the other side of the desk down below. So we're not going to use that deck. Yeah, you're ready to bust. You're ready to bust. All right, then what deck are we going to use? No. We'll do whatchamacallit. Honest Truth Tarot. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs regarding this spread? Oh, say it, fire signs, say it. You're killing me. You're killing me. Yeah, it's like your mind is telling you not to. And some of you, again, you're perceiving it as your intuition is telling you not to. And that's totally up to your own discernment, right? I'm not going to tell you to do it, not to do it, although I really think you should do it. But the fact that your heart and soul are like, do it. and you're like, no, I shouldn't. Like, I really feel strongly that I should not. Any messages or insights for my fire signs regarding this spread? Aries, Leo, Sag. Ooh. Let's see, fire signs. I'm getting King of Wands energy. We'll see if that comes out. Sorry, that was weird. Thought I saw something. Yeah, okay. No, I did. There's the energy on my right side. It's giving me chills. Guess what card came out? Comment below. Comment below before you know. Even if you gotta pause this, I'll wait. I'll wait. Take a breath. Ground. Put your feet on the floor. Close your eyes. Take a breath. What card do you think came out? Comment below. Again, pause me if you need to. All right, here we go. The card that came out. Yeah, I knew I was feeling that. There was no way in hell I was not feeling that with you. This is your first card out. Five of Wands. There's so much energy around you guys right now with fire signs. I'm having to really breathe it out. I'm having to really transmute a lot for you guys. Any other messages or insights from my fire signs relating to this spread? Jesus, High Priestess in reverse. So it's interesting, right? Because I kept getting perception-wise, you think it's best not to say something, you think it's best not to act on something, and it's causing massive internal conflict for you. And you're exercising a lot of energy and holding yourself back. High Priestess in reverse says that you're not using your intuition. It's the mind. Your ego's telling you not to. You might want to. Just saying. Again, use your own discernment. Use your own discernment. Don't do something just because I'm telling you it's the best advice. You know, use your own discernment. It's your life. You are the ultimate epitome of truth for your own life. Okay? Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? Eep. Is that what I think it is? All right, another guessing game. I'll give you a hint. I called this card out when I was just picking up on your energy. I'll wait. You can pause or you can just comment below. The next card that came out. Ready? The Knight of Wands. That's totally what I was feeling with you. Five of Wands, Knight of Wands. I got to. No, I can't. Oh, you can. All right, fire signs, you can. Interesting, we have death on the bottom. God, please put an end to this angst. It's killing me. Oh. Any other messages or insights for fire signs pertaining to this spread? You're gonna bust if you don't. You're gonna implode if you don't. I'm surprised the Knight of Swords isn't out here. Oh boy, we got the Emperor. Ballsy. Okay, fire signs. If you bust, if you come out swinging, you're really coming out swinging. This is because you've been holding back so much. It's when it comes out, it's just gonna be a tidal wave of energy, a tidal wave of fire. This is Aries Sag. This is the Knight of Wands is fire on fire. Okay, Emperor is Mars energy. Aries and sometimes also Taurus, depending on the reader. But yeah, this is like a tidal wave of just like energy that has been building. Some of you, this is very sexual in nature, just being very honest. And so when I say sexual, it doesn't always mean like sex. Like it's also about creative energy, right? It's sacral. It's from your sacral. Ooh, okay. Oh man, Ten of Swords. Fire signs. You've been avoiding. You've been trying to avoid the Ten of Swords. That's why you've been holding back. That's why you've been holding back. Some of you have been avoiding an ending, avoiding acknowledging that something has been over. Some of you have just been suffering and suffering and suffering and suffering and suffering, and it's time to come to an end. Your soul's begging you. But that's what you've been doing. You've been trying to avoid talking about the Ten of Swords or initiating the Ten of Swords, and we did get death earlier. And Ten of Swords is hard. It is hard, right? It's like they're endings, but also sometimes it just speaks of a massive amount of torture. And you've been torturing yourself. But if you do this, you're going to be an unstoppable wave into your own empowerment, your own joy, your own desire. If the Ten of Swords is here, there's no escaping it. I'm sorry, fire signs. It's inevitable. It's here. It's here. It's been here. You've been trying to ignore it. You've been trying to ignore it. You're not listening to your intuition. Your intuition's been telling you, like, dude, dudette. Ten of Swords is here. It's here. Speak on the Ten of Swords if it's a pain that you're experiencing, or initiate the ending that you've been dying to initiate. Literally dying to initiate. Any other messages or insights? My fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. Oh, free yourself. Oh, God. Eight of Swords in reverse. Fire signs. Free yourself. Oh, I can feel the relief from that. It feels really good. Eight of Swords in reverse is literally taking yourself out of the prison you've built for yourself. Free yourself. Overall energy, the Wheel of Fortune. Change in the right direction, in your favor. But it all comes down to you, fire signs. Underneath that, we do have the World in reverse. Interesting with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. Again, you've really been not acknowledging that like something in your life has been causing you so much pain, or that it's actually been over and you've just been ignoring it. You've been holding back on saying this is over and I need to get out, or you've been avoiding saying, hey, I'm in a lot of pain and I can't do this. It's time. It's time to turn the wheel. Underneath the King of Swords in reverse, we do have the Two of Cups with the King of Cups in reverse. Wow, and death. It's time. You can't keep suppressing yourself like this. You're going to explode. There's going to be little bits of fire signs everywhere. Like, you're going to explode, okay? Where'd that deck go? The Four Agreements. Oh, there it is. Let's get some parting messages here. Any advice for my fire signs pertaining to this spread? Any advice or insights for my fire signs pertaining to this spread? Be impeccable with your words, speak with integrity, which means speak with your truth. Say only what you mean Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. I also want to say, don't speak to avoid conflict. Don't use words just to make things easier, and especially if it's not in alignment with your truth. Be impeccable with your word. Manifest your true intentions. Regardless of what language you speak, your intent will manifest through the word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are will all be manifested through the word. Yeah. Don't hold back. Do not hold back anymore. You're killing yourself. Stop it. Stop it. I can barely stand to be in this energy. All right, moving on. Alrighty. Put Nightingale back upright. Let's see, water or earth? Water signs or earth signs? Ooh, there's a nice balance between you two. I like it. I like it, water and earth signs. I like it. It's like I feel like I'm in the ocean. It feels good. Water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Water. We're gonna go with water. It's very equal. You guys might have very similar reads, or there might be just like same intensity or same like you understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. All right. Water signs. Water signs. Water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for the week. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Ooh, you guys feel yummy. You guys feel like you're really like, there's something about you that feels very aligned, like very straight, very healthy, very solid. And I'm feeling a lot of beautiful energy between the solar and the heart space. It's nice. I like it. It's a good look on you, water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for the week. Dolphin wanted to come out. It was trying. Yeah, it's like that's an awesome energy to be in. It's very magnetic too, water signs, so be wary this week. You might be very magnetic this week. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for the week. A lot of feminine energy with you guys too. Yeah, it's like you guys are beaming. Any messages or insights from my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You guys feel lighter? I'm liking this. I'm liking this. This is good. Any other messages or insights from our water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Ooh. Is that because you freed yourself from the octopus? This is so not your energy. I think you're done with octopus energy. I think this is actually something you're leaving behind. And I really want to put this over here. You as well. I forget which one it was. Maybe it was air signs. Yeah, they had to be air signs, I think. Really also understanding the power of mastering your mind, your thoughts, your words, your personal spells, and how it affects you, really liberating yourself from devil energy. Like I said, I feel like you guys are in that beautiful dolphin energy. Be wary of anybody who's like this around you. I can feel it. I feel eyes on you because I can feel how like magnetic you are. Because you're done with octopus. I know you are. I can feel it. I know it. I see it. You're done with octopus. Octopus might not be done with you, but that, that's how it goes. Anyway, any other messages or insights from your water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, it's like the second I said Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, I felt like, oh, like right back into the heart space, right back into the solar energy. It's like there's a confidence you have, but you're also like very much in like just this very loving energy, and it just feels good. It's a very nice balance. Again, very much like the dolphin, which is like sensual, playful, childlike. It's also the healer card in this deck. It also speaks of being very lighthearted and charming, and everybody loves the dolphin. Like that's exactly how it's described in the book. Any other messages or insights? My water signs. Whoa, am I taking these? No, okay. It was like 6 cards came out. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Vulture. Sorry, I'm getting so many things off that vulture card. It's making me smile. Because, like, you're in this, like, really beautiful dolphin-like energy. But you also got this within you, water signs. Which makes sense, because vulture is death magic. It's water. It's literally water energy. I know it says air, but, like, death magic is about water. It's related to that element. And it's about transmuting and change. It's very scorpionic. But Pisces and Cancer, you can also relate to that, right? Because it's like, there's a lot to be discovered within our own waters and emotions. And it's funny because while you're in this beautiful dolphin energy, it's almost like an aspect of you. And this could even be a guide. Some of you could be a guide. Some of you guys could even be like an actual physical person, has an eye on the octopus. I can feel it. It's like, oh, interesting. Like keeping an eye on things. So while you can be in dolphin energy, you can also utilize your own shadow if you need to deal and devour octopi around you. Yeah, anyone who's looking to like grab a hold of your yumminess, grab a hold of your light, your dolphinness, or even just anyone who has selfish intentions, because I'm getting a bit of a selfish energy here with the octopus. Octopus can be codependent. It's like your shadow is right there, ready to devour at any moment. And I do feel for some of you, it's actually like you're spiritually protected right now, and the octopus can't touch you. So that's why it was making me smile, because it's like I can feel the eye on the octopus, like I dare you, I dare you to get close to the dolphin. Again, your own shadow, or even just guides protecting you. Yeah, dragonfly, perception. There's this like there's a synchronicity here for my water signs with the eye, 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 the eye. I want to say it again, the eye. I do feel like it's related to sight, psychic sight, discernment. Some of you guys, it could be relating to more what's what I want to say, like symbols, like Eye of Ra, for example, the Hamzahan, the evil eye, like I. Something about that for my water signs. Yeah, you can see what people are up to. You're seeing what people are up to this week, and you're using your shadow to do it. Water signs, I feel like you guys have done a lot of shadow integration, and some people might be going through shadow integration right now, but I feel like water signs, you've done a lot of it for, individually. I just can see that with the elements, that water signs are almost a little bit ahead. It's kind of interesting. I don't normally see that way. But you're not letting it take away from your joy. You're not letting it take away from your joy. And some of you, this is also just recognizing your own inner demon, inner devil, of the impact of having negative thoughts and negative speech, and how that has held you back, and you're just not having it, right? You're not indulging that anymore. But you're also seeing the octopi within other people too. All right, moving on. Any other messages or insights for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yep, there we go. Heart solar energy again. Second I evoked you guys back, it was like, dear feminine energy. Yeah, it's beautiful. Am I taking these two? No. All right. We have camel, and it actually wanted to land over on the octopus. Keep in mind that anybody who has this kind of energy around you or close to you, they're willing to go the long game. They're willing to be very persuasive and persistent and endure to get close to you. And then, of course, we have the moth, because you're magnetic. You know you're magnetic right now. Yeah, keep an eye on that. Again, deer is at the bottom still. Any other messages or insights for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You're protected. Honestly, you are. You're protected. Ooh, I got got chills with these. We got black egg and buffalo. So buffalo came out for another sign. I think it was air signs, if I'm not, or was it fire? I don't remember. It came out from one of the other elements. I'm sure someone will comment below. Buffalo is like a tower energy. Through chaos and change, we move through with ease and grace, and we do get rewards and abundance for that. Black egg is throat chakra energy. And it's funny because I want to put it in between. I want to put it in between these energies. I feel like you're very insulated over here. I really feel that. But having this in the middle, that's conversation. It's conversation. I feel like for those of you where you're having to get into your shadow, you're having to be very direct with some people, like putting up serious boundaries. But again, there's an ease and grace about it because you still have this beautiful dolphin, deer, lighthearted sort of energy about it. But yeah, like I said, some people might be very persistent. Okay, very, very persistent. I keep feeling like your guides have an eye on somebody. This isn't for everybody. I think you'll know who, like, if this applies to you. For some of you, you've got like, actually, is it an angel? Some of you it's an archangel. Some of you it's just a guide, a part of your spirit team, like is keeping a very close eye on somebody, and really shielding you. They just shouldn't mess with you because spirit will intervene if they have to. But yeah, with this, I feel like you, water signs, you're having to put a lot of boundaries. I also feel too that you guys have also been going through a bit of like a throat chakra activation, really getting into the power of your voice. Getting into the power of your voice. Commanding is what I'm hearing. Commanding and captivating. On the bottom, we have fox. Interesting. Ooh. Okay. This is interesting, water signs. With B, hang in there with me. I just want to show you all the cards first. Fire ant, raccoon, hyena. There you are, dolphin. With panther. Yeah, I knew it. I knew I could feel like somebody was around you that spirit was like, And for some of you, it's your own shadow being like, It's an entitled energy with fox and bee. Because fox, like, no, I don't have anything against foxes, even though they're trickster energy. Fox to me is very Gemini-and it's smart, it's intelligent, it's quick-witted. It's like, I move on the fly when I need to, right? But bee is an energy of getting something. It's an energy of like getting a reward. And then we have fire ant, which is like a building tension. This tells me that there's an energy here of being annoyed and irritated because there's an expectation of receiving something. Like something's mine. And that is octopus energy. Octopus energy is mine. So here's it. So someone's getting irritated because they expect something from you. And then we have this. Raccoon, hyena, with dolphin and panther. This energy is what is in between you and this fox, which is the octopus. Okay? They could have, and this doesn't have to like imply this, but octopus I see as kind of like, and sorry about, because I know I talk about the octopus, but octopus I definitely see as like a Cancerian energy, sorry. They don't have to have Cancer in their chart, but I definitely see it as like Cancer and Pisces too, because it is like a little bit more of that, because octopus, even separate from like the codependency, is a little bit more higher dimensional, kind of alien-like. Fox to me is very Geminian. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like water, air energy, maybe a little bit of fire, but anyway, so this is what's between the two of you. Raccoon and hyena, that's masks, that's ego. It's kind of like Five of Swords and it's illusion. Hyena is definitely a mask. Hyena is like, I'm laughing on the surface, but deep down I'm annoyed and irritated and frustrated. He, 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 he. All right, that's that kind of energy. Raccoon is mischievous, but the raccoon always makes me a little sad. So it could also be that like there's weird energy here between the two of you, and then the fox is getting annoyed and irritated because deep down they're sad and disappointed that they're not getting something that they feel entitled to. And I think if the fox / octopus explodes and feeds that fire ant, which is anger, resulting in a tower of communication, you're not gonna have it. You ain't gonna be having it, water signs. The dolphin with the panther, here comes the shadow of the water sign. You're the dolphin, you're that lighthearted, beautiful, bright light, but you're also not having it. This is always referred to as catharsis, but panther is also like divine feminine power. It's intense, it's ferocious, and you ain't having it. You will devour this person if you need to. And I think they would be very shocked. Wow. So some of you guys, this is purely a conflict that's brewing, but your guides are right on it too. So it's like, yeah, that vulture keeps like looking out at me like we got this. And you might even intuitively know that you're protected and spirit's dealing with this situation. But if this fox / octopus confronts you, you're going to be in your power, and they're going to be shocked. It's an entitled energy for sure. Hold on. There's also something here with shadow and this power in the throat, power in the voice. Hold on. What is this? Give me a second. Yeah, water signs. Also, some of you guys have been doing some work or some releasing, karmic clearing, even for some of you, some shadow work as it relates to people pleasing a little bit. Pacifying, I think, is probably the better word. Because, yeah, and this even could be a mirroring situation. You could resonate with both of this, right? Where it's like there's an expectation of like what is okay, what's not okay. And I feel when your boundaries are crossed. Yeah, and it's like this maybe this history of not being vocal enough when your boundaries are crossed. But then you don't say anything, you don't say anything, you don't say anything, and then you might explode when your boundaries are crossed just one too many times, and you're learning how to really sit in your voice and just say it right when it's happening. But some of you are learning to do that in reaction to a confrontation. Fascinating. All right, water signs. Let's pull some tarot cards. Use Rider Waite. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. Oh. It's a little tight. A little tight. Any messages or insights for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, pertaining to this spread. If this confrontation comes to pass, because it's not going to happen for all of you, because spirit is also very much on this, and so spirit might actually be keeping this person like very much away from you to avoid this. But if it does happen, how do I want to say this? There's a lot that hasn't been said, which is contributing to the problem, right? When someone has expectations and they just kind of like sit and brew, and they don't say anything, it's like, right? There's a lot that hasn't been said there with the raccoon and the hyena. There's a lot that's been hidden there. Someone could have strong Aquarius. I just got strong Aqua energy. Any messages or insights from my water signs pertaining to this spread? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, have your boundaries, water signs. Any messages or insights? My water signs. Yeah, Judgment came out in reverse and it landed on the octopus. Shocker. Right? When Judgment is in reverse, it is a hard stop, wrong action, not aligned to spirit, not spirit approved. On the octopus, again, whether it's like your own shadow you're dealing with or it's a person, and a lot of you, I really feel an external person here who is like They feel entitled to you for whatever reason. And that's what I'm saying. Spirit's got their eye on this person. They're like, no, no, no. It don't work that way, octopus. Any other messages or insights from our water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, wow. The fox, Jesus. Look what landed on the fox. 9 of Wands. Like I said, they're persistent because they also came out with the camel alongside the octopus. That's a persistent energy. That's a, I will walk through the desert for 40 days, 40 nights as long as I have to. It's a resilient energy. But they're building in frustration. Could even be dealing with a fire sign, because fire signs, you were like bursting, right? If you're watching this anyway. You were bursting in that one. Any other messages or insights from your water signs? Yeah. Oh, water signs. This person, like I said, they will be very persistent. They want what they want, and they actually have this mindset of I will be unstoppable in getting what I want in relation to you. What they want from you, what they want with you. 9 of Wands, 8 of Wands, there's an Ace of Wands there. Their own wants and desires. This doesn't, I want to really emphasize, this doesn't have to be romantic. It can be a family member who feels entitled to you. It could be a coworker, a boss, a friend, a neighbor, a stranger. God hope it's not a stranger. Interesting. I didn't expect that. Hold on. Let me get all the other cards out. Any other mess? Okay, they said no, talk about it. Okay, fine, I'll talk about it. 6 of Swords came out, and it landed on this trifecta over here on the fox energy. So, water signs. This person feels entitled to something as it relates to you. They want something from you. They want something with you. It's associated with you. I don't think this person has been very... It's like they've been persistent, or they will be getting more persistent, but the way they're going about it is like not aligned to spirit. It is not spirit approved. It is not okay. And there's a lot of things that are hidden here. There's a lack of transparency with the 6 of Swords surrounding all of this. Oh, that's why it's there. It's to appease their own mind. That's why it's there. They could be wanting to have some sort of forgiveness with you, but I don't think so. I think that's how they might be saying it. Like, water sign, I just want to bury the hatchet. Or water sign, I just want to be clear about something. It could be like as innocent looking as that, but not with these other cards here. It's not that innocent with all these other cards. Yeah, no, I think this is what they're trying to portray. I think this is the mask. And maybe they really do want everything to be okay, but that's not all their intentions. You see what I'm saying? It's like there's things that are hidden here. Do they want everything to be okay? And in their favor of what they want? Absolutely. But what are their intentions of everything they want? Right? That's what they're not telling you. That's what they're not being forthcoming about. And you're intuitive and you know, and you're like, no, no, no. I see right through that shit. You do. You see right through it. You see right through it, and it might make this person freak out, just saying. All right, any other messages or insights from your water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You guys got an intense ass read here. You know, water signs. This is the overall energy. High Priestess. You know. Hanged Man in reverse. Jesus. Knight of Swords and the 3 of Swords. Yeah, you know. They're coming in because they're annoyed with you. They're coming in because they're angry with you. That's also why the Hanged Man is in reverse here, because that actually indicates to me that there's been something about this external energy that they've been sitting, or they've been stuck, or something has happened in their life to hang them up. And look at them. Knight of Swords, 3 of Swords. That's anger. That's from pain. And you see right through it. They're like, I just want things to be okay. And you're like, no. Like, you're not a Swords, 3 of Swords. You're pissed. You're pissed. That's what you are. You're pissed. Wow. Jesus. And like I said, water signs, I think a lot of you have learned this lesson already. Some of you, this whole interchange might teach you this about yourself, to really set boundaries when you need to set them, to be really honest about what's okay, what's not okay, and really adhering to not letting anybody cross your boundaries. Yeah. Use your intuition, because your intuition's on freaking point here. Wow. Okay, I just have to say it. Underneath the Three of Swords, we have Fool in reverse with the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords in reverse. This is tied to what they're feeling and what they're angry about. They're angry that they can't touch you. They're angry that you're Four of Pentacles, Queen of Swords in reverse, that you are insulated from them. They think that you've made a mistake. That you're fucking up. Again, the fact that they have the octopus, the raccoon, the hyena, all this illusion and toxicity, and then the fire ant with this entitlement of mine. Even with judgment in reverse being right on top of them, Spirit's like, no, not okay. Not happening. Yeah. This person doesn't want to accept it. Boundaries, water signs. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Any advice? They're not okay with your boundaries. They're not. Any advice from the water signs pertaining to this spread? Just double checking your timestamp. How long have I been doing your reading? Oh, not too long actually. Okay. Not too long. Woo! Alright, so that one wanted to come out. Any other advice for my water signs? Does water signs only need the one card? They said yeah. Okay. Don't take anything personally. Refuse to eat emotional poison. Taking things personally makes you prey for predators. They can hook your attention with one little opinion and feed you whatever poison they want. Refuse to eat poison. Don't listen to this person. Yeah, when this conflict happens, like I said, they're probably going to try to, like, on the surface be like, no, I just want peace. I just want things to be okay. And you see right through it. And if you call them out, they're going to freak out. They're going to show their anger, and they might even insult you. Just don't internalize it. Bubble. Don't internalize it. Don't take it. Don't eat it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Like I said, they might freak out. Some of you guys are dealing with a narcissist. Because that's and I'm not a psychologist. I only say that because that's a very typical interaction of narcissistic rage. That's very typical. They come in with some sort of mask of trying to be the good guy, the bigger person, when really they have more selfish intentions. They want to take something from you. They're expecting you to fall in line with something. If you challenge them and they freak out like this, it's very typical of narcissistic rage. Anyway, I should write a book on narcissism. I've had enough life experience to talk about it. Anyway, moving on. Oh God, these cards got all, yeah, water signs, even the way the cards got all meshed like that, like, ooh, it's messy. It'd be messy. So just be the high priestess that you are. Use your intuition, use your boundaries. And also take accountability for, like, needing to like use your voice and really sit in your power and not back down from that, no matter how much somebody freaks out. Okay? All right. Earth signs. Okay. Earthykins, last but not least, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Oh, they show me the sun. I like that. Oh, jeez. Sorry, hold on. Oh, I need more of a crack than that. It's okay. Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Yeah, they're showing me the sun. Sun card. Is a sunrise? Yeah, sunrise. New cycle, new beginning. Nice. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Any messages or insights for my earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Let's see. Ooh, Eagle. Eagle comes out in this deck when we're ready to get into the next cycle. It also speaks of karmic clearing, which is very collective right now. Very nice. Eagle is also just typically as like a spirit animal totem. It's also divine wisdom, divine sight. It's an animal that's very close to God, spirit. Whoa, with cosmic egg, earth signs. So Cappies, Tauruses, Virgos. This is very spiritual to me. This is the crown chakra card with cosmic egg. It speaks of spiritual growth and development. You've completed a cycle. That's what this feels like to me. You've completed a cycle. You're in a reset, you could say. Yeah, you're in a new cycle. You've completed something. You've completed something. You've learned. You've grown. I'm hearing bright and shiny. Am I taking these? No, it has a lot. Any other messages or insights from my earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Bright, shiny, excitement. These are words that are coming through. Ooh, elk. Nice. The King of Pentacles, the divine masculine principle, the card that has been resembling the lessons that we are to learn from the North Node Taurus period of time that we are wrapping up this summer. It's integrity, it's accountability, it's responsibility. It is very, very mature. It is the ultimate partner, parent, sort of energy, the one that people look up to handle things for safety, security. It's delicious, very yummy. You've really grown, you've really evolved in your own masculine energy and your ability to lead. I'm hearing elder. I'm hearing elder. You may be taking on a leader position or like acting as like an elder energy, maybe even channeling ancestors, working with ancestors in this next chapter, in this next cycle. That's awesome. That's cool. Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Wow. Yeah, earthworm, total new cycle. Again, talk about reset. And then we get spider, networks. I heard network and community. Networks and communities, networks and communities, networks and communities. You're co-creating a lot in whatever new cycle you're in, and you're doing it as the elk. You're doing it as this like next level leader, responsible individual, manager, boss, however word you want to use for it. But you've grown. You've grown and you can handle more now. And it's new territory, but you know you can handle it. Because you've recognized, you've learned, I can do this. This is me. This is who I am. I know how to do this. Some of you are bringing people together. This is a huge message for some of you. Also potentially collective of what's going on societally speaking, but bringing people together too is a big part of this for a lot of you. Let's see if anything else wants to come out. Anything else for my earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And who's going to be involved. Discernment as well with who's going to be involved in anything that you're bringing together. Whoa! Black egg and hawk, throat chakra energy. Some of you guys are going to be public speakers. Some of you guys are moving into this place where you're the one initiating and you're communicating the ideas, the plans, what's going to happen. It's like, it's awesome. It's awesome. So they might even be motivational speakers, but it's time. You're ready, earth signs. You are so ready for this next level of you. And the hawk being there, you're guided to it. You're guided to it. And then we have Lion, the mastery of fire here. Very regal, very proud, but not in a distorted way. You know when to take action, how to take action. You've also been learning the zen of tempering all of your different elements and energies and emotions and thoughts and everything, and tempering all of it, being the ninja. I think this was Taurus's reading, being the red dragon ninja, harnessing it and then utilizing it appropriately. Some of you are really stepping into magician level here. This is awesome. This is so badass. Overall, we have Gazelle. This is a Three of Wands energy. It's like a sitting, waiting energy, and she's got a big sun behind her. For the right moments. Again, it's understanding that everything in its own time. You can plan, you can organize, you can prep, you can take action, all these things, but you're learning how to do it without burning out. You're learning how to do it while being responsible and accountable. You're learning how to balance things. I just keep feeling like people looking to you, or like you walking into a room and people are like going to you to ask questions or to get things done. Like it has this like very, very intense boss energy. Some of you could actually be becoming a matriarch or patriarch, like having a family, and it's like you're head of household and people come to you for this. I love it. I love it. It's so cool. It's so cool. All right. Your spirit teams are excited too. I can feel that. I can feel the like. I can feel it. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards. Any messages or insights from my earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Any messages or insights from my earth signs pertaining to the spread? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. A lot of yellow, a lot of gold energy. It's beautiful. Yes, yes, 6 of Wands. Yes, some of you guys, this is serious public recognition. I'm not kidding. Like, it's coming through very, very clear. People are looking to you. People are congratulating you. Some of you guys are truly moving into public speaking, motivational speaking, just sharing your truth, sharing your knowledge, sharing your wisdom. Successful. If we get the star and the sun, that's like celebrity status. Any other messages or insights from your earth signs? I don't know who I'm reading for. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Like who am I reading for? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you, earth signs? Who are you? Oh my. 2 of Cups. It's funny because I was gonna say for some of you, there is an elk that's part of this. It's like, yeah, wow. So first of all, you're growing within yourself. This is like emerging and uniting with the different dimensional versions of you, right? That's totally happening. For some of you, and again, this is how energy works, whatever's happening within, manifest externally. If you're going through merging and uniting with the self, people are going to show up in your reality to do the same thing with you, okay? Now, for those where this is, I gotta call a spade, a partnership. It can be in business, it can be in love, but it's a collaborative partnership, whatever it is. It's an elk and it's a lion. Those are the 2 energies for sure. And if that's the case, if this is business, it's like one person's like the face. Like one person's like, yeah, this is huge. I don't know who this is for, but like one person's like the face, does the speaking, does all the things, while one's like background logistics. If that's happening for you. Any other messages or insights from our earth signs as it pertains to this spread? Remember, Jupiter is at play this week with Venus. Anything. And Uranus is active. Anything can happen this week. Okay? Anything. Sky's the limit. What? Earth signs. I'm kind of speechless because it's just repeating itself too, but it's just like I've got serious chills. Um it's time. It's time. You're called into this position, you're called into this role as leader, as elder, to speak, to connect, to share, to network, to be seen, to be heard. Some of you, it's also understanding that you finally, it's time that you are heard. Maybe you haven't been heard your whole life, but Spirit's got your back, and they're cheering you on. They are. And again, for some of you, there's a partnership, collaborative partnership that's part of this. Again, business or romantic doesn't matter, but it's support. It's support in all of this. Holy crap. Any other messages or insights from Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo? Okay, Nine of Pentacles just came out. Confidence. And that came out on the Elk, actually. So hold on, let me show you how this is coming out. So the Two of Cups landed on top of the Elk, and the Nine of Pentacles landed on the bottom of the Elk. There's a strong independent streak here. Earth signs, that's crucial. I'm hearing it's crucial. Even if you have this supportive partnership, no matter who's supporting you in this role that you're taking on, there's this autonomy that you need to maintain. It's crucial. That's what they keep saying. It's crucial, it's crucial, it's crucial. And for some of you, it's also like, you know, maybe even like looking at this partnership, this collaborative partnership, and being like, is this a love thing or is this like a helpful thing, right? And it's like, nah, let's just keep it a helpful thing, right? So some of you guys are making that decision, that distinction. Some of you guys might even be keeping this partnership under wraps because it's like, again, one's like the front and one's the back. But yeah, autonomy and independence is crucial for this to work for you. Any other messages or insights from my Earth signs pertaining to the spread? I don't think you need advice. This is a bomb-ass reading. On the bottom, we have Eight of Wands. Unstoppable movement, communication. Interesting. Knight of Cups. Ooh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are these apologies? This looks like apology. Okay, first of all, oh, I just got really dizzy. There's a huge rush of energy when after I recognize that apology stuff. First of all, Eight of Wands with the Knight of Cups. Moving forward with integrity, moving forward with your heart open, moving forward, you're letting your heart and your soul lead you, and you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. It is what it is. And like I said, you do have support behind you. Even if it's like not known to people, you have support. And Spirit is cheering you on. And some of you, there's a lot of public recognition that's happening here too. Now, I am getting for some of you, there's apologies wrapped up in this. I don't think you're apologizing. Okay, a couple things. Some of you guys are forgiving yourself. We have Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Some of you are learning to really forgive and let go of how maybe you haven't been able to really follow through on things for yourself. Like you put in time and energy, but then it's like, you know, you sabotaged it in some way, or you got like restless or impulsive. So some of you guys, that's definitely there. But others of you are definitely receiving apologies from people who were very self-focused and very antsy and anxious themselves, and like not solid people, very finicky, very fickle, not reliable. And maybe you need that for the closure of completing this like karmic cycle, this karmic lesson, to have this kind of level of growth. And for some, they need that for their own growth. So just let the apologies happen. Be open, be receptive to it. Okay? Be open, be receptive to it. But you got big things coming. You've got serious big things coming, Earth signs. I mean, it's a simple reading, but it's a bomb reading. This is probably the best reading of the week. I'm going to go ahead and pull advice. Not like you need it. It's not like you need it. Any advice for my earth signs pertaining to this spread? Oh, my back. Any advice for my earth signs pertaining to this spread? Let's see. Always do your best. Honor yourself. I love that there's a crowd because it's like it's like you've graduated, earth signs. It's like you've graduated. I love it. I thought that said boss for a second. Funny. Honor the man or woman that you are. Take the risk to express your dream. Take action. Taking action is about living fully and expressing what you are. Again, being guided to speak. Being guided to speak, being guided to share, being guided to network, being guided to connect. It's time that you're heard. It's time. The time is nigh. I freaking love that it's a crowd. That's totally what I feel with you. Anyway, all right, earth signs. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope everybody enjoyed this with these readings / major reading for the week. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Have a good night and take care.